Imagine having a mind so powerful, so clear, that it could see 1,000 worlds at once. Now, this isn't science fiction. This is about the documented potential of the human mind. In this explainer, we're going to unlock the secret behind one of the most remarkable individuals ever described, the Venerable Anuruddha.
I mean, seriously, it sounds like something straight out of a comic book, right? Reading people's thoughts, remembering your own past lives in perfect detail, hearing things happening miles and miles away. According to some of the oldest records we have, these weren't just stories. They were the real deal abilities of one person. So the big question is, how?
And yeah, the key to this whole mystery is Anuruddha himself. The thing is, he wasn't born with these skills. Nope. He trained his mind, he developed them with such incredible precision that it unlocked capacities that most of us would think are totally impossible. So, what was his secret?
Well, lucky for us, he was asked about it directly. Someone came up to him and said, "How did you get these amazing abilities?" And his answer wasn't some deep hidden riddle. It was a practical, straightforward technique that anyone could understand.
And there you have it. No magic potion, no divine gift. Anuruddha's answer is unbelievably direct. He says all of his great direct knowledge came from one single practice, developing and cultivating the 4 establishments of mindfulness.
The original Pali term for this is sati. You can break it down pretty easily. Sati means mindfulness or awareness, and upatana means to establish. So it's all about establishing a solid, unwavering awareness of your own reality moment by moment by moment. It's basically the user manual for your own mind.
So what are these 4 establishments? Think of them as 4 areas of your experience that you train yourself to watch with total clarity and, this is key, without judgment. Let's break them down one by one.
First up, we start with Kaya, the body. This is the foundation, right? Because it's what's happening right here, right now. It means just paying attention to the simple reality of your physical self. The feeling of air coming in and out, the pressure of your feet on the floor. It's about anchoring your mind in the present instead of letting it drift off into the past or worry about the future. Okay, next we move to Vedana, which we usually translate as feelings. But this isn't about complex emotions like love or anger. It's much more basic. It's the raw tone of any experience. Is this pleasant? Is it unpleasant? Or is it just neutral? The whole practice is to just notice it, label it, and let it be, without getting all wrapped up in it. Then, from feelings, you turn your awareness to citta, the mind itself. You start to observe its quality, kind of like checking the weather inside your own head. Is my mind clear and focused today? Or is it cloudy and scattered? Is there greed present, or is there generosity? You're not trying to fix anything, you're just becoming a really good scientist of your own mental states.
And the final layer is Dhamma. Now this one's a little deeper. This is where you observe the actual contents of your mind and the patterns they follow. So for example, you might notice a thought of anger pop up. That's observing the chitta, the mind. But with Dhamma practice, you'd also see the underlying pattern of aversion behind it, and you'd recognize, oh, this is temporary, and you'd understand the universal laws of how these mental states arise and pass away.
Okay, so that's the training. But what does all this intense, moment-to-moment observation actually get you? Well, the benefits that Anuruddha talks about are just profound, and they're incredibly practical for everyday life. For starters, it builds this amazing resilience. Anuruddha was once gravely ill, and he explained that even though his body was experiencing intense, painful feelings, those feelings could not invade and take over his mind. Think about that. The pain was there, but he wasn't creating mental suffering on top of it. He had a firewall between physical sensation and mental anguish.
The second huge benefit, it leads to the end of craving. So why does that happen? Well, when you constantly watch your body, your feelings, and your thoughts, you start to see them for what they really are. They're always changing, they're impermanent, and they can't give you lasting happiness. Once you see that clearly, really see it, the mind's habit of desperately grabbing onto things just starts to fade away on its own.
To explain how powerful this shift is, Anuruddha used this brilliant simile. In step 1, just picture the massive Ganges River flowing steadily, powerfully eastward toward the ocean. Now for step 2, imagine a giant crowd of people with shovels trying to make it flow west, back to the mountains. It's totally impossible, right? They just wear themselves out for nothing.
Well, Anuruddha said that's exactly what a mind practiced in the 4 establishments is like. It develops this powerful, natural momentum that just flows toward peace, toward wisdom, toward freedom. And you can't turn it back. Even if all the temptations in the world try to pull it backward, it's just not going to go. The flow's irreversible.
And it's from this incredibly stable, clear, and purified mind that these almost supernatural abilities start to show up. Let's get back to those powers we talked about at the very beginning.
These are known as the abhiññā, or the direct knowledges. Because of his mastery of mindfulness, Anuruddha developed the divine ear, hearing sounds near and far. He could read minds, knowing exactly what was going on in someone else's head. He could recall his own past lives, and with the divine eye, he could actually see how beings are reborn based on their actions.
And you really got to hear this, because it's the most important part of the whole teaching. These amazing powers were not the goal. They were more like signs on the side of the road, telling him he was going in the right direction. They weren't the final destination.
Think of it like a beautiful flower. The whole point of the plant is to grow, to blossom, to reach its full potential. The beautiful scent it gives off is just a byproduct of that process. It's the same thing here. These incredible abilities are just the natural fragrance of a mind that has been completely purified of all its junk. They're a side effect, not the main event.
So what is the main event? It's this, asaphakaya. This means the total destruction of the defilements, the deep-seated mental taints of greed, hatred, and delusion. The ultimate goal isn't gaining cool powers. It's completely uprooting the very causes of suffering from your mind. That's the real treasure. That is unshakable freedom.
Look, Anuruddha's story isn't just some dusty old tale. It's a roadmap. It's a testament to what the human mind is truly capable of when we train it in awareness. And so the real question isn't just about what he discovered, it's a question for all of us. What could you discover by establishing your own mindfulness?